Hey, how's it going today? It's Frankie here, and well, that's a scoring streak over. And I gotta say, well done to Sunderland for actually stopping us from scoring. It's quite a shame, to be honest. I was thinking we could go for the rest of the matches scoring goals, but I guess things like that have to come to an end somewhere. And I guess we needed a 0-0. We haven't really had a 0-0 for God knows when was our last 0-0. I don't even think we've ever had a 0-0. That's like our fourth match where I think we haven't scored for the season. That's astonishing, considering how many complaints this United team get for not scoring enough goals. Yet we're practically one of the top scorers in the league, and we practically score in nearly every game we play in. And what I like about what Carrick's done to this team, this should really be the end part of the video really, but I'm going to say it now. What I like about Carrick compared to Amrim is that Carrick changes up tactics against certain teams when he needs to. Like against Liverpool, you really have to be at your best. You have to show more pace against Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, those type of teams, right? But against teams like Sunderland, sometimes you just have to defend and go on the counter. And what I like about, United today is that we defended well when it was needed. Yeah, I know what haters will say. United fans, I know what some United fans will say. Forest went there and won 5-0. Yeah, but Forest have had a lot of other good results and they're playing for something. Like Sunderland, it can be a difficult ground to go to. They drew with Arsenal, they drew with City. City didn't even score then, ended 0-0. So Sunderland can be like that. And that's also a fluky, result. Sunderland ain't going to concede 5 again. So that's just one of those results where it can happen. And I was expecting a win. I was expecting a scrappy 2-1 or maybe 1-0. But as the game went on, I was just like, we're not going to score. This is probably one of those games. This is probably, I wouldn't say it's the worst game we've ever played in, but it's one of our tamest matches we played in. Didn't really create anything. I think maybe because Carrick played a weaker team, because he started Xerxes first, which is totally understandable. Already got Champions League football, might as well just play a weaker team. If you have players out, might as well play what you've got. And we were alright defensively, I guess. There's not really much else to report. Not really any outstanding players to talk about. I can't really think of, maybe Cunha a little bit. I mean, it was really a non-event type of game, to be honest. I think a 0 was probably coming. We weren't going to continue scoring forever. I think Carrick needed this type of result, to be honest. But yeah, there's not really much to break down in this match. I mean, first half, Sunderland should have scored. Went from goal from Bobbery. Was it Bobbery? Or was it? I think it was another player. But Bobbery was fantastic for Sunderland today. I got to admit, he was like running rings around our players. Yeah, Sunderland went from goal. It got saved. There was another moment where it went wide. I think there was another moment which went wide as well. Yeah, we blocked. They were also checking for handball, which was never a handball, but I was right, it was. There was also another moment where we had one moment in that first half where we should have really done better. Mainly miskicked, or was that? I think that was probably the second. I can't remember where he miskicked, but we had a moment there where we should have scored. I think Maguire probably had a chance. I can't remember where the chance came from, but we didn't really create anything. I don't think we got many corners in. And again, the passing. Maybe it's the fact our players weren't bothered. I wasn't bothered watching this. I looked at it and went, if it ends 0-0, fair. If it ends 1-0, that's great. I had no feelings for this game. If you've cemented a spot, there's really no point of like busting a gut to play well. It's like winning a league title with 4 matches to spare. Like, you're just gonna just play anyhow because you still got to play football. Obviously, you still got to be okay. You still got to play decent, but don't bust a gut too much to actually, score so many goals and work hard. And that's what it felt like today. So, don't really think there's any chance we had in that first half. I mean, Sunderland just basically run rings on the sloppy passing, and I was frustrated inside a little bit, but it just didn't feel like there was much going on. Second half, we started actually okay. We played okay, we played decent, we were on the front foot. We had moments in the game, but again, it didn't really come to nothing. Sunderland had their moments where they went, they had the moment where they went from goal, it got saved by Lamins. Another chance to hit the post. We had also opportunities where we had blocks as well, more blocks coming in. They also had free kicks, and their free kicks came to nothing, to be honest. They had a few shots that went wide. And I was thinking to myself, is the goal coming for them? But then our moments there where we defended was actually quite well. I was actually impressed by, even by a weaker team, we still actually, Sunderland's paying for something better than mine. That's why they were showing urgency. So a 0-0 draw actually is okay for us, not for them. It would have been nice to win though, just so we can keep clear daylight against them. But we could have been 8 points ahead of them, and we would have cemented and finishing above them. So it was not meant to be, fair enough. At least we got Champions League football still. But then the last moments of that second half, at 15 and 20 minutes, we were just dominant. Like, you had Cunha going in. I think it was Cunha, whoever it was, right? I think I thought there could have been a penalty for us, to be fair, but yeah, it kind of wasn't, to be honest. Actually, no. Do you have a penalty shout? No, I don't. We should have done. I thought it was Bumo, whoever got into, was in the box where the cross was made, and I thought he got a foul, but it wasn't checked or something like that. I don't know. And another one where I think it was a Dogu, whoever it was, who was brilliant when he came on the pitch. Pass it to Cunha, shoots. Oh my word! Right, the keeper. Our first shot on target. What a smash and grab that would have been. Another moment where it was crossed. I think from the same player. I think it was from the left side. Should have passed it to Bumo. Oh man, that was a terrible pass. I don't know, when you had a corner coming in, didn't come to nothing. Fernandes complained of an elbow, which, to be fair, should have been, well, I would say should have been, it could have been a red card. There's a bit of force in that. But again, we were unlucky to not have scored towards the end, to be honest. And that was the match in a nutshell, to be fair. Diallo, for me, disappointed me, to be honest. Just drink a bit of tea first. But yeah, he disappointed me today. Diallo looked like he gave up on like, I don't know. It's like it just felt like he just wanted to leave the team the way he was playing. Is he leaving at the end of the season? Because if he is, that's probably why. Fernandes was not really much was happening with the team today. Well, like I said, Diallo's past it. He's not showing the same pace. I mean, I wouldn't say past it because I think he's in his 20s or so, right? So he's acting as if he's 40 years old and he can't even show pace no more. Even when Dogu came on, he showed life. Xerxes disappointed me. I mean, he had a good header. I think he had a chance of a header, which came to nothing. Maguire nearly caused an own goal. Was it Maguire? Whoever it was causing an own goal, nearly. Which, to be fair, we were lucky there. But again, I can't really pick many players out because not much really. That's what I mean about 0-0, is not much really happened. So yeah, ideally probably missed a trick, I guess, by needing to get that win, I guess. Yeah, whatever it is. But yeah, this is the thing, I don't want our fan base to be overreactionary and say that was rubbish. These players are just, get them out the club. Like, we rarely are losing games. We had some stupid defeats, yeah. But from where we come, I'd rather take this season than last. I'm pretty sure I said in a previous video, this season is far miles better than last season. At least we can score goals. And today didn't show it, right? But at least we showed we have a defensive side. So it's half of how you want to make of it. But at the end of the day, we got a 0-0, which, to be fair, it's a clean sheet, which we don't get much of. Shame we couldn't have nicked it with that Cunha chance. But it ain't so bad. Excuse me. We're all, there's going to be United fans acting as if we're still 15th. Like, we're acting as if we never score goals. Like, come on, man. What more do you want from this team? We were unlucky at the end. We defended quite well in parts. Yeah, they've had defeats at home. But, this we're going to experience 0-0 matches. We're going to experience games where we don't score. First time we haven't scored since November. That was against 10-man Everton. So please, I don't want to hear it. No comments saying, oh yeah, but I've been United support for this many years and this is probably the worst I've seen you, blah blah blah. Yeah, but this is probably one of the best I've seen us, especially under Carrick. This is what I'm trying to talk. This is what I'm trying to talk about. He changed his tactics. Amorim, it felt like he was playing the same tactics in the same way over and over. But at least with us, we have an attacking side and we got a defensive side at least. And I'm curious to see what we could do for next season. So look, I mean, there's not much else to tell. I think that's it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification below. I'll see you in my next video.